Hey, welcome back to Poison Pants Plays the New York Times Crossword. This is Thursday, December 2nd, 2021. Thursdays, of course, are unusual day where something strange happens. Maybe it's a rebus in one of the clues. Maybe it's some sort of wordplay. We will just have to find out. All right, let's take a look at our grid. All right, right away up here in the north, we get a couple of things quickly. This Australia once clue is interesting. It's going to be penal something, I would think. Australia was a penal colony, but penal what? And that doesn't really fit. So I'm wondering if, even though this is only an 8, if it might be part of the Thursday weirdness theme. It crosses a 17 across, so maybe that's involved in it too. We'll just keep an eye on it. The rest of the north drops pretty easy. An anklet is the tarsal adornment. That's the tarsus, the ankle bone. And that leaves me with this 17 across being a circadian rhythm regulator, which I really want clock to be for. So that would sort of kill penal colony for at 5 down. And we'll have to see how that sorts itself out. Okay. The executive clue is going to come up a lot. It'll be CEO for a main executive, CFO for a financial executive, CTO for a technology executive, typically chief technology officer, but it won't happen if tech is in the clue. As it's clued, tech executive, the answer will not be CTO, but I'm going to stick in C and O because I feel comfortable with those. Those executives' 3-letter answers are almost always C something O, and we'll see what goes in the middle. And sure enough, when we go to the cross at 18 down, we get narrow inlet, which is crosswordese. It's RIA, R-I-A, a word that you'll only see in crossword puzzles, I think, never in real life, which gives us 20 across our chief information officer, something I should have gotten before the cross, but that's okay. The crosses are there for a reason. Start the northeast with some trivia. Latina is what Doris Huerta was, and Ironic is the song by Alanis Morissette that's famously got not very many ironic things in it. AVIS as a dollar alternative. 27 down, this German physician comes up, and the coin, lots of the term animal magnetism. Another word that's mesmer is the answer. M-E-S-M-E-R, and comes up as avia, a worthwhile one to have in your crossword vocabulary. Shoe company, because he comes up a lot. He is where we get the English word 5. Mesmerize. In the 4s, you can get avis so and avia. Keep that one in your back pocket. Now this is interesting. Here at 26 across, we have a high interest level clue. It is high school course that may have a unit on the Harlem Renaissance, which I would want to be AP US History or potentially AP Literature, both of which should cover the Harlem Renaissance. But I don't see how either of those things are going to fit here. So let's just keep an eye on it. But I'm loving these sort of high interest 8-letter clues like penal or whatever that's going to be. Something's going to happen here at 26 across. Keep an eye. So we've just got too many crosses for penal colony not to be correct. And so I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is a strange rebus, N-A-L-C, because that gets us penal colony in 5 down and also internal clock in 17 across. It's a sort of strange rebus. I'm not sure exactly how it comes. Oh, it's going to be NaCl shuffled, isn't it? It's going to, yeah, so NaCl, the chemical formula for salt, sodium chloride, is going to get shuffled in each one of these possible theme clues. So there'll be 3 or 4 places where you see a spin of the letters or an anagram of the letters NaCl. We might have the actual NaCl at one point too. Let's just keep an eye, but now we know that we have a single letter rebus that is the letters NaCl probably shuffled. Here at 4 down and unrelated to my theme, I get the THECASTRO, historic Bay Area neighborhood with an enormous 600 square foot rainbow flag. That's the THECASTRO right here in San Francisco. Nice clue. All right, here in the West, we're going to have another 11 clue. It is the largest French-speaking country in North America, which I want to have be Montreal, Canada. Obviously that won't fit, so it's going to be some version of our NaCl rebus, but I'm not exactly sure where. I'm going to wait until a cross comes in before I try to figure out exactly where that goes. I know it'll end in Anida. Well, actually, maybe I can sort it now. No, let's wait for crosses. You can spend too much time on the wordplay of a single letter, and it'll come quickly when the crosses come, so it's best to just jump past that clue and go on to the next one, and that way you won't waste time on something that's going to be automatic in about, oh, I don't know, a minute and a half. So we'll jump over here to the east. We get quite a lot of nice crosswordese. Orb comes into many, many crossword puzzles as the topper of a royal person's scepter, the round thing. Sometimes it's clued in an astronomical way as well. "68 across, symbol of Russia" is one I'm not in love with. It's a double eagle. A double-headed eagle is the symbol of Russia. But obviously that's not going to fit into 4 unless I was wrong about my NaCl rebus and it's some other rebus, so I could try that. But it really, I don't see how it overlaps with Montreal, Canada. And Montreal, Canada has too many crosses to not be correct. So I guess I'll put in Tsar, although a Tsar isn't a symbol of a country. The Tsar was a ruler of a country. So we need another symbol of Russia that isn't the double-headed eagle. Well, let's just see. I'm putting in a plural at the end of 55 across because it's a plural clue, and that gives me 49 down, being Nissan. Mid-word S's often betray themselves with a plural in the cross. That gives me another probably, oh, here's our theme revealer at 58 across, one of a pair at a dinner table. Okay. Nothing's popping into my head, so I'm going to get these little 3s out of the way. The L'ora della siesta is going to be a word in Italian. 69 across, noted. I don't know any Italian numbers. Well, I'm sure I did know due, right? I don't know what number that's going to be. Are? Okay, I guess that's right. No, that doesn't ring. That doesn't ring. So I'm going to jump out of that because you don't want to get hung up on something that's not coming into your head right away. And there are a bunch of 3s down here in the southeast that I should be able to knock off pretty easily. Kicks and ETA and REM and sight. And that gives me, oh, salt shaker, of course, for my long clue. And I get, oh, tre is the Italian hour. I don't know any Italian words. I could have probably inferred tre. So that gives me, oh, salt. So it is going to be the letters in salt, NaCl, shaken up into the rebus answers. So I should be able to knock down the rest of these shorts here. Moving straight to the east. Sure enough, I get all these crosses, and that gets me another shuffling of NaCl in 26 across, which is going to turn into American Lit. And that also gives us an interesting 11 down. It's going to have to be Vatican Library, not whatever it was, the L, not a lot. And that gives 13 down as Senate. Mesmer comes in at 27 down. He is a scientist that you should learn for crosswords, and also his name is where we get the term mesmerize or hypnotize, comes from his name. The English word mesmerize derived from his name. That leaves us with some to clean up here in the southwest. Blank King is the artist playing male characters. This will be goner, and so our blank king is going to be a drag king, of course. Not really a common thing, but it's well clued. If they need to use drag king as an answer, then that's a decent clue for it. Volcanoes is how we cross with our rebus there at 55 across. That gives us at 46 down. 2 for 1 is an adverb, so I guess my presidential nickname was not Ike, but in fact Abe. Totally reasonable. Our shoe is going to be a brogue, and texting is rude. Now just up in the northwest, which interesting that it would have stayed so long undropped. Rich chocolate mousse. Thwack. Swat. Sure. Tough act to follow. Yep, there it is. 902. Nice job. All right, let's take a look at our grid. Well, I think my initial feeling is that this is a pretty nice clean grid. It's got lots of things to like about it. I do like things like Latina is a nice clue. There were a couple, THECASTRO, of course, I liked. Even Drag King. It's funny they didn't relate Drag King to THECASTRO. Sometimes you get those internal pairings of clues. And then the overall theme of taking a single 4-letter or short answer and shuffling it or anagramming it in the different squares, either as a rebus or even within clues, sometimes as circled or gray letters within clues, is a pretty common one. You'll see that a lot, especially on Thursdays, which is our weird day, the day that weird stuff happens. And nothing really stood out as a problematic clue at all. I bet is a little iffy. Knows, pluralized, is a little iffy, but you see it all the time. And I like some of these answers. Jamal is a good answer. Latina is a good answer. Lots of 3s though. Lots of 3 stuff up in the top, up at the down at the bottom, and sort of some tight 3s across the center, which is nice. It gives you a toe hold, but there may be a little bit gimmies now. A go and lot and all and SFO we probably have seen enough of ideally, but what are you gonna do? I did not like Russian bear as a symbol of Russia, but I probably shouldn't object to that. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel like a symbol of Russia, but whatever. It fell quickly enough at the end. All right, that's it for today, Thursday, December 2nd, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much.